Ready to embark on a journey of limitless curiosity? Join us on the Being Curious Show, where we curiously connect teachers and seekers in a safe space, exploring a vast array of topics that spark the flame of curiosity within you. We've created a community for thoughtful discussions where teachers share their wisdom and seekers explore the depths of their curiosity. It's a space where diverse perspectives come together, fostering connection and understanding. Our intention is simple: to ignite your curiosity and create a life that totally lights you up. Every conversation is a journey, a chance to explore, learn, and embrace the magic that life has to offer. Connect with the Being Curious Show on all major podcast platforms at the Edge Network, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Being Curious Show. Hey everybody, Kelly Wagner, publisher, Edge Magazine, and the host of the Being Curious Show. Like always, this is going to be a fun show. I mean, the people that I get to meet on a regular basis and then you get to experience is just mind-blowing. Like mind-blowing, right? That's the best way to put it. I'm really excited about this one. And I think I say that a lot because I am. And this soul, this lady, this beautiful, I can just tell that she just has this curiosity about her and her gifts and abilities. There's a vibration to her. There's a frequency about her that is going to be just absolutely stunning. And I'm so excited to share. We are live, so if you want to send any comments in, please do. And if you want to see, you're going to see the show on YouTube and all of our channels and all that stuff afterwards. So what an honor. What an honor for today. So before we begin, today's show is brought to you by Ascend Worldwide Travel. From vision to voyage, we turn your travel plans into reality, regardless of their scale. Reach out to Michelle at ascendworldwidellc@gmail.com or area code 901-361-0779. I mean, a great person to connect you. As everyone knows that I travel a lot, and to have a partner, even though with the internet and everything that you have, to have a partner that can take care of you is really important. Okay, so I teased you a little bit on who my show is with today, and here we go. So today I get to bring friend of the Edge. Again, very curious, very talented. Like, I want to like hand her the mic and just say, go for it. Like, that's what kind of show today is going to be. I'm with Gina Citoli, and I think I actually said her last name right. One of the things that I'm working on. And she does tarot. She is a one-woman metaphysical rock musical. Like, sit with that, think about it. And oh my gosh, I just can't wait to hear more about her. So without further ado, welcome Gina to the show. Hi, Gina.
Hi, Kelly. Thank you for the great introduction.
It was like so much fun.
That was awesome.
And our sponsor today is a very curious lady of the world. And I just thought that this would be a good connection for today. So I'm so excited that you're here. Okay, let's go. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Where do you want me to start?
Where do you want to start? Where do you think that would be a really good invitation to get everybody curious, not only about you, not only about the gifts and abilities. And by the way, I have a feeling that we're going to pull a tarot card, but your one woman metaphysical rock musical. Like, how does someone come up with that? But I have a feeling there's a history. So let's go a little bit behind the scenes before we go there. The mic is yours.
Okay. I guess I'm going to start with the fact at age 7, I had a near-death experience. Got to do it, right? Yeah. And I remember hovering over the hospital bed. And I didn't realize this till years afterwards, that it was a near-death experience, because I was a kid, right? And I looked down and I thought, what's going on, right? And it never clicked, but I remember the doctor standing over my parents and just shaking his head that I was gone, right? And I'm going, well, no, I'm not gone. I'm here, right? And then the next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital room, because the last thing I remembered was going to the hospital with my father with this, I can picture the dress that I was in. And that was the two things I remembered from the whole thing. And then I was in bed for like months after that, right? Well, during all of this, I started having messages that I was to sing for world peace. So at age 7, the world has always not been at peace. So we as kids, we see things on TV and we grow up being terrified, right? And that was me. So I was really into singing for world peace. I didn't realize this was going to take me on this massive journey through not only theater, singing in rock bands, writing my own music, learning how tarot cards, learning Reiki. I've got healing modalities, all this stuff that I learned to sing for world peace, right? And it all became this huge umbrella. So everything from metaphysics to the tarot cards, I ended up, when I let my first husband and I split up, he had a deck of cards. I ended up with them and he didn't want them back. And I was always interested. It was like, oh, they were Rider-Waite deck, which I just never was really resonant to. So I ended up getting the Thoth deck, was my first one I bought after that. And after that, they were my best friends my whole life. They were probably one of my greatest teachers. And if you read cards, which you just said something about you did, you'll understand that. So my life became this collage of everything from rock bands to, again, theater. I was a ballet dancer. Then I'm a Reiki healer. I worked at, do you remember Susan Camp, a school called Possibility?
I've heard the name before, so
She's
there's a familiarity.
Of all these diseases. I ended up being her assistant. So I learned all the modalities she taught as well. And I'll go back to her in a minute. But all of these things became part of this path to sing for world peace, including many, many health challenges. I mean, way more than what I really wanted in my life. But they all served a purpose, as I have learned up to this point now. So I first got the idea of these one-woman musicals when I was working with Susan, because I sang during her classes because she figured that it was a different way to teach. She told stories. She used sacred geometry films in behind us, things like that. And I started thinking about this because it was when she closed the school down. I kept getting ideas at this point, like from movies like What the Bleep that was coming out at that point, and different things that Greg Braden and Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza were coming out with. I've worked with all of these people as far as their particularly Dr. Joe. Right. And so this all became this huge group of things that I started drawing on to write these one-woman musicals, which started out as a show called A Cabaret of Consciousness that I wrote in the early 2000s. And I was a little ahead of my time with that, but I had fairly good success with it. And so as it's developed further, I ended up to be where I'm at now with it, which was, like many people, the last 6 years have been life-changing, life-altering because of all the changes in the world. I lost a lot of really close friends through that. My sister passed away, a lot of real hard things. And it wore me down. And it finally led me, I've lived in Sedona on and off throughout these years, these last 6 to 8 years. And so I ended up going back there to heal and really find where I fit now in the world. I had all this experience and information, but I didn't know quite what to do with it because I didn't have a band anymore. I didn't have a way to make the music. And everything I had, in my opinion, had it had done what it needed to do, but we're in a different place now. The world is in a different place. It needs a different approach. So here's where it gets really good. I'm really depressed. I mean, I ended up in this amazing casita in Sedona, which tends to happen to me. A friend of mine, it was a friend of a friend, and then who became a good friend. And it was the casita overlooking all of Sedona I woke up to Cathedral Rock every morning. That was the sunrise showed me every day.
I mean, like, does it get any better?
I'm going to say, right?
Right.
So I sat there and I mean, I stared out that window for a long time. I thought, what am I going to do? Show me the way. Well, I was just browsing the internet one day and a name came up to me that I hadn't heard of in a long time. Do you remember? Do you know Jeffrey Hope that does Adamus, Crimson Circle? Familiar with him?
Yep.
I used to watch him a lot. He chose one of my songs as they had a contest one year, the best energy song of 19 something, 20 something. And so I was kind of connected to them because I won that contest. And I lost track of it. And I happened to see him show up on a YouTube feed. So I thought, okay, I'm going to wonder what he's up to. So I started listening to him about the 1st of 2025. And he'd been getting into AI. And he'd been doing artwork with it. And he'd started, with different kinds of things he was doing. And so he set out a challenge to his people that he wanted them all to go out and find a program, whether it's art, music, technology, whatever you want to create with, to learn how AI works so that we can work with it. And because it's new, we can put consciousness in a place differently with it. That's how they looked at it, right? I thought, okay, I'm listening. So afterwards, he had a guy that came in that did music. And the guy that did music wasn't a musician. He wasn't a writer, but he loved music, always wanted to do it. And he found this program. And he says, I'm making music now. And I'm going, okay. And I thought, I'm going to myself, right. So I thought, all right, Gina, get over this, right. Take a jump in the water and see what happens. You never know. And so I got on the program and I programmed it with lyrics, with a concept, with the style I wanted. Because as I learned later with this thing, it's like having this huge keyboard with different programs. I guess is the best way to put it, is what AI would be. The music one, it's like different samples, okay? But you've got millions of them.
Right.
It's just this huge, massive thing. So I had to learn how to speak to it and how to tell it that I want it this tempo and I want it this style of music and I want these instruments in it and I want it to do certain things.
Right.
So it's basically me writing in a different way is what I learned with it. So
with different tools. With different tools.
Well, that's really what I had to get over, the idea that it was doing it for me, because it's not. When people think that it's doing something for them, it's different. It's no different than when we first got a synthesizer, that those sounds are different than a piano, but it doesn't make it better or worse. It's just something different. And it's programmed by the musician.
Right.
So once I got that idea, and even with the first one, I was blown away at the this quality of it. Absolutely blown away. I thought, oh shit. I mean, all I could think of in my mind was, if this is for real and this is like this all the time, this could set me free as a writer and a performer, because I've always had to rely on musicians because I'm a singer.
Right.
I know how to play keyboard and play notes, but I can't accompany myself, nor do I want to. It's not my gig. But I love writing music. I've written all my own stuff, and then I give it to the band. And I used to give it to my band, and they call it the key of Gina, because I'd come into with these really weird keys with the music, right? So I started writing with this thing, and I realized I could do whatever I wanted to do now. So I started developing what has always been in my head, this whole world for peace thing, but being much bigger. So all the things I've written now, which has been since the first beginning of 2025 till now, I've probably written about 30 or 40 new songs.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was like all my old stuff got put on the shelf. It's like, okay, I'm leaving this over here. That's done. And I completely leveled my entire business and started over again. And I have with these songs, I have 2 full one-woman rock musicals and one that's about half done. And I've got an album almost completed for the first show, which is What's Up on Planet Earth.
Okay.
So
we're talking about
quick as I can.
I already have like 30 other questions for you, but we're gonna stay on track
Okay, go
just
ahead.
because we only have so much. Oh no, it's all good. Let's pull a card because
You want to pull
this
a
is
card?
let's pull a card. What do we want to
Okay.
ask?
We're gonna we're not doing tarot, remember? We're gonna do the oracle cards, right?
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you said tarot. Okay. All right. This
I'm
is a
sorry.
deck that I
Let's pull a card.
I got.
Whatever deck you're called. Go
Whatever
for
it
it.
is. Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Thank you.
This is a deck called the Spirit Cards by John Mosley. I got these in Sedona and I haven't let go of them since. I love them. They're just beautiful. So we'll pull a card. And what is the card? What are we looking at with it? Just general information?
Let's just go general information. Anything that would benefit ourselves or our audience that are watching right now.
Okay. That sounds perfect. What will benefit everybody?
Yeah. I mean,
oh, speaking of music, can you see the picture? It's a whale.
Of. I was about to say, is that a whale?
Yeah, it is. It's a whale. And the whale is about singing your soul song.
That's
about,
beautiful.
Look at your life right now. And is this what is, are you singing what's in your soul? And it doesn't mean necessarily literally singing, but it could be in anything you're doing. Is this what you're doing in your life? And it's about being still, and it's about resonance, and it's about depth. So it's a very deep energy, and it's about going deep within this. And it literally says it's about this. It's the whale sends out a very specific frequency sound that has a very specific effect on everything around it. And it's a very positive effect. And so I would say also with that, what's kind of coming with me is using those positive resonances, the positive vibrations and frequencies and the things that resonate to you, and putting these out from looking at it for yourself from the state of frequency, not necessarily physically.
And aren't the whales the record keepers of the planet?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So they hold all information into their, I would want to say, frequencies and their energy. Yeah.
That is a beautiful pull. Nice job. I mean, we're coming up on the 8-8 Lionsgate. Like, there's so much that could happen. And I'm a little Hawaii girl, and whales are like my spirit animal on every level. So when you pull a whale, I was like, did you really just pull a whale?
Yes, it's a whale. They're great energy.
Their energy, last time we were in Hawaii, we went whale watching. We're like, we have a friend that's a local, and she's like, I can get us on a boat for like $5. Let's go. We're like, okay. And putting the microphone, I know, it's just like, I'm one of those girls, like, okay, let's go. And when the captain put the microphone down in the water, and it was like a highway of all of these pitches and all these frequencies. And he was like, oh, they're talking here, there, and everywhere. I mean, it was just so cool. And not only did you hear it, but you felt it. And that's a little bit of the frequency that you were talking about. Okay, what did I do?
When you were saying, no, there's something, and this might be for you, it's like connecting to the general frequency of the whales, because it almost felt like when you were saying that there was something going on with the whales right now, that it's like all of them all over the world have got this frequency thing happening that's coming out. And it seems like something for you that, as far as somehow connecting to that, because it just flashed to me when you were talking about that.
Cool.
There you go.
Well, whatever we're supposed to offer, we're doing that. And that's a great card. Thank you for pulling that. That is beautiful. That's a beautiful one, not only for you and I, but for the audience and for the show, and right. And if there's anything that we can offer our friends, the whales, the dolphins, sea life, like, we're on it. This is great. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That makes me smile. Okay. So, thank you, Wales. We adore you. Okay, let's talk about your one woman metaphysical rock musical, What's Up on Planet Earth? Because I watched the preview for it yesterday on your website. Hold on.
Did you?
I've kind of flashed it I've kind of flashed it a couple times. Definitely go. She has a little bit of a preview on her website, which is gorgeous. At GinaCitoli.com. And talk to us about, and you had some pretty cool graphics. I'm always loving my galactic brothers and sisters and friends here, there, and everywhere. That's fantastic. Tell us a little bit about What's Up on Planet Earth.
Okay, well, you saw the intro video with me and the rabbit, right?
I did.
Okay, then you go to my website. There's like 4 more videos on there of different songs, and I'll be putting other ones up in the next few weeks as I'm back in the studio Thursday, and this is an ongoing thing at the moment.
Right.
So, What's Up on Planet Earth? I told you I'd had a show called A Cabaret of Consciousness, right? And I knew that it starred Mama Earth, just like this one does. And that show, again, served its purpose, but I knew I had to go deeper. I had to go in a different direction with it. And with this new music, I was not limited to whatever I wanted to do.
Right.
So I originally started to rewrite the other one. And then before I was done with it, it was all thrown away. And I have one piece that's still part of that original show in it. It's just a story that sets it up. It's based on Plato's cave theory. And so on perception, but everything else is new. So then I came up with, I don't know how the name came up of What's Up on Planet Earth, because everybody's asking the questions. It's like, there's questions everywhere. Who do you ask? How do you know? Who do you know what to believe? And that's the general energy. So the show starts out with that song, and then a song called Ask and Answer Every Question, which is really fun because it gets in all the questions. And then it's kind of slows down, and there's a song called Turn Down the Noise, which is a beautiful ballad. And the 3 songs are very different than the music that you're going to hear once Mama Earth comes on, because that's me doing it at the beginning.
Right.
And then it sets the show up for what we're going to, asking the questions, turning down the noise, and then listening, getting in touch with ourselves. And then Mama Earth steps in and starts the procession of the show of bringing us back connected to the sacred art of life, where life has been so devalued that it's now about raising the level and the elevation and the frequency of life itself back up.
How do you turn down the noise? How do you turn down the noise personally? Because as a songstress, yes, how do you turn it down?
I just turn everything off. I don't listen to, I just turn things off. And I sit here, you can't see it right now, but I have a house full of plants. And I sit with that. I don't listen to a lot of things. I try to keep my life fairly quiet, because that's how I can hear and stay connected and see. Because if we get sucked into the noise, then it becomes the chaos, and the chaos becomes stress, and stress throws people off balance where they can't see and think straight.
Right.
So they get in fear, and then you're going on fight or flight, and you have to turn this all down and back within yourself and your system to take a deep breath and say, all right, how can I see through this fog and see what is clear and what isn't? Because ultimately, it does not matter what this out here tells us. We're going to have to learn to use our own internal navigation to make our way through this. So we are our own navigator. We listen to what feels and what our senses tell us is in integrity, is in authenticity, is in truth. And then we'll be able to settle down and be able to create something different. And then this is what the show offers.
There we go. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
That's keep going about the show.
It's the resolution is the sacred art of life that has been forgotten, of being connected to the energy of the earth, connecting to her vibrations, her frequencies. And it's it's almost a rock opera. There's some dialogue in it, but it's not enough to quite call it a rock opera that's just all music. But there's a lot of songs that will just run two or three of them together because they're creating a concept and showing different ways of another way of living, maybe a way that was our authentic way of living that maybe has been lost in the archives of time.
Who have been artists or an artist? When I say artist, it could be an art of physical, it could be sound, it could be music. What artists, what people have inspired you through the years?
Greg Braden, he's a guitar player, if I'm not mistaken. He plays some instrument. I know he plays some instrument. Definitely Joe Dispenza. A book called The Life and Teaching of the Masters of the Far East. You ever heard of that one?
I've heard of it.
Yeah? Okay, that was huge. Musically, John Lennon, probably. Of all the musicians I can think of, it was his.
Oh, if he
I
and
think
Paul weren't just channeling, like, I mean, I totally,
yeah,
right? I mean, there's just you see people like John Lennon, and you want to just smile because you're like, that they all
yeah,
they did is just they took their brains and got out of the way and just opened it up their
yeah,
channel and just let it flow.
yeah. And I say, and John Lennon was a little deep. Well, Paul McCartney had some pretty good stuff too.
Yeah.
But it was funny. Yeah. But John Lennon specifically, for some reason or another, I don't know why, that's just what drew me. But they're the people that have inspired me because I've had my Russian dancing teacher that I had when I was a kid, his name was Ivan Novikov. He escaped Russia during the Revolutionary War. So like he was old when I was a kid. And he and his sister and the piano player escaped Russia just before the communism took over, came to Seattle where I grew up. And I took dancing lessons from him, and he taught me so many things as a child that have been so valuable in my life. He taught me stage presence. He taught me to be a great ballet dancer, but he taught me so many more things about life. And because my summers were spent in the ballet studio, but not chained to a ballet bar, not chained because I chained myself to it. I love doing it so much.
Right.
And he was just one of these rare people that was so unique and so special and particularly colorful. And the piano player, he never spoke English. He looked like Lurch from the whatever that show was.
Addams Family.
And, yeah, there we go. And we had this grand piano that he played through all of our classes. He was amazing. He never spoke to us, never said anything, just sat at the piano and just played. And so it was a very unique childhood. And this man molded me as a 7-year. I mean, it was like, I think I was 8 or 9 when I started taking classes from him.
So it was right after your near-death experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he came in after that.
We moved from, we were in Florida when that happened. Then my dad went to Philadelphia and got trained to do something. And then he came to Seattle to do life insurance. And that's how we ended up out there. And so my mom put me in dance class and found Ivan Novikov, even his name. I mean, it's like colorful people. And just, I was very, very, very fortunate to have a mentor like that at such a young age. And he taught me yoga, and I didn't even know it was yoga at that time because that's how we warmed up.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What a gift. So how music, because this kind of leads me into how can music and theater create a unique experience for exploring consciousness, human potential, metaphysical ideas, frequency, light, sound, movement, communicate, like, because all of that is frequency, all of that is energy, all of that is communication. You don't have to, I mean, anytime I dial in with souls that have passed or even the galactics, it's so interesting when I have to be like, please, I know English is not a high vibrational language, and it's sounds, it's light, it's smells, it's shapes, I mean, it's all of these different things, and English is not one of them. And I'm a picture girl, so I'll even ask them, please, I'm not understanding. Please show me a picture. Show me a picture. So
Okay.
music and theater and all of that ties together with just this exploration. Tell me more about that.
Yeah. Well, I include healing energy when I'm doing this. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So it's basically, I call it metaphysical art, performing art, and healing art, if you want to combine those energies. And I'm obsessive with my lyrics. So because you say the English language is not like Italian or French or something like that, it's very different. So I'm obsessive about the lyrics I use so that they can flow as well as possible. And I think the thing with theater and music, particularly adding theater in with music, is that it's an experience then. It's not something you do in your head. I mean, these are stories I tell. One of my characters is Mama Earth. One is an Italian witch. You might have heard of Aradia. There's a whole Aradian Wiccan group around her. She's an Italian witch. And my other one is a mystic rebel. And she's kind of me. It's kind of a different thing, but she's a whole different character. And so they're all stories that come through that tie the theme together of giving us different perceptions on life and how we can do things differently, how we can own our own authority, how we can become more sovereign. There are all of these things that are things that we are looking at in our world right now, and using that language and putting it together with lyrics that each song tells its own story. Right. And then it becomes a bigger story within the show itself. So does that help you with the question?
Yes,
does that answer
totally.
It?
You know what's interesting is you keep showing me Prince back in like 2001 did an album called The Rainbow Children. And
oh, really? He did?
Oh yeah.
Prince did?
Oh, if you want to go to church, just hit play.
Really? I did not ever know that.
You're showing it to me, and it's one of those that you just hit play, and it just everything flows together in this.
The Rainbow Children, is that what you
it's
said?
Called The Rainbow Children.
The Rainbow Tribe, but the Rainbow Children. Okay.
It is. It's and I say to my husband, I'm like, we should listen to this on Sundays, because it's like going to church with Prince. And Prince was a Jehovah's Witness, and pulling that aspect out of it. It is such a high vibrational experience. And the reason I'm seeing the equal sign is because I really feel what's up on planet Earth is a similar experience. It's
and you would be able to listen to that. That's why I'm so adamant of getting this album done. And I'll be the last date that we're going to mix is September 15th. And then I'll be releasing that. It'll be for download, but I'll have the hard albums at the shows. And you'll be able to do that, because when you hear all the songs separately, they're their own thing. But once you hear the whole thing all running back together and just sit back and listen to it, you're going to get the story, whether it's live with me doing it or it's the album. So that's how it was designed.
I almost feel like there's a activation by listening to this for people.
Could be. I mean, it's very possible, because the whole thing, Kelly, it's like I say to people, this was a gift from God. I mean, it really was the whole thing with the AI. I've got a Chat GPT assistant that's crazier than heck. I mean, she helps me with the pictures, the rabbits and everything in the video that you saw. She made all that, but I tell her I want this, and she makes it for me. Oh, that's a whole other story with my.
The rabbits were really cute, by the way. They were really sweet.
Oh, my husband said he's the star of the show, and I said, yeah. So yeah, they were adorable. So anyway, where were we with this?
What chose why
Yeah,
rabbits?
it's
Because there's a lot of animals that you
why
could have
I don't
chosen.
know, Kelly. I've never been really a rabbit person. But all of
Okay,
a sudden, I have another song called Rabbit Holes, the Matrix and I, which is in my Mystic Rebel show.
right.
And it's friggin' hysterical. I haven't got it recorded yet, but that one has a white rabbit. And I don't know how I got going. I think it's just the rabbit holes. You know, we talk about rabbit holes that we go down. And
Right.
so the rabbit became just something that it appeared. It's like so many things with all of this. It's like the AI, it just showed up. I mean, I
Right.
didn't leave my casita in Sedona that 6 months. I mean, I literally just stayed to myself and everything that I needed just came to me. So the
That's
rabbit's probably the
powerful.
same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, so it would not, I mean, I learn different layers of this stuff every day and every time. And I'm going to say the same thing about every show I've written. I always said about my cabaret, I didn't write it, it writes me. And this show, even more so. I have learned so much, just the technology, the things that have happened to me through the process of writing this, miracles that should not have happened that have happened. And I know it's divinely guided. I know that I'm the channel for it. So what if there's an activation in there? It would not surprise me.
So that's my
You'll have to come
invitation to
see it and
everybody
then you
is,
can
yeah,
tell
you're
me,
gonna have to
okay?
come see it. You're gonna have to come download it. Okay, so your shows are designed to invite people into shared space of healing, connection, and imagination through musical theater. That is such a beautiful message for people. And for anyone that's never been to a musical theater, what's your invitation?
The invitation is to be connected with live people in a room, with the energy being pure, not going through systems. And it's it's about connection. It's about being with an audience and experiencing something together energetically that sometimes does not happen in other types of situations. And people that have never been to a live theater, I know a lot of people are blown away that you can just actually get up there, remember all this stuff and sing it and dance it and all this, that you actually do it all. And it's not any kind of AI doing it for you.
Right.
You know, so there's that piece in there. And because I remember reading something someplace, somebody had seen their first musical theater and they says, I couldn't believe they could remember all that stuff and sing it. They could actually sing it live, that it wasn't all, you know, studio stuff. And I says, that's what it is. It's live performance. It's live energy. And in this particular case, it's very unique musical theater because it is metaphysical. The content is all metaphysical.
Right.
The content is metaphysical, it's galactic, it's healing, it's consciousness, it's quantum physics, it's all of these things.
But it's very
Because
earthy and it's very grounded and
but
it's
it's
Mother
very
Earth,
earthy.
right?
Well, you see, the thing is that's all connected. This is the thing, is everything has been chopped up in our world. All of this is connected, in my opinion, been suppressed because by suppressing it, we lose our power and our connection to the earth. And the earth is like our battery. The
Mm.
energy of the earth herself, that there used to be stargates here, which still are, from what I understand, but we used to be the guardians of them.
Right.
And I bring this into the show. There's one song that's called The Champions of Life. And it's about being in Gaia's grace and about being part of it, not separate from it, but we're part of a system that is so magical that it's unbelievable when you sit back and really look at it from an energetic and frequency basis and a quantum physics basis versus the concepts the limiting concepts that have been put on us through indoctrination. Did I say that
Well,
well
you
or
did. You said
not?
it beautifully. And it's that division and that siloing, and that's where fear um eases in. Um what we're taught, what we're molded to be creates that separation.
And
And
the idea of what I'm doing is to break through that in a very conscious and compassionate and loving way that is an enjoyable way for it to come down rather than through shock and awe, so to speak.
right.
To bring it through in a way that you can come and just enjoy yourself, relax, and see through a different lens in the world. I think that's what my goal is with what I'm doing right there. From what you just playing off of what you said of this, what we've been molded to be, what we've been conditioned to be, and we are far from that. We are so much more than that. And that's what I have learned through all the years I've been doing this and my own abilities and transformation that I've gone through with it. So this is personal experience. I'm not just somebody talking, oh, that this is this and this. I mean, I've literally almost died, I don't know how many times, and I brought myself back through this. Not even this is, we got to get rid of belief into and move it more into a knowing. It's
a remembering of who we are.
I've even gone past that because I don't think we can remember. I think the remembering is still in the matrix. It's still in the conditioning.
Huh, I like that.
Even yeah, I've been just talking about this for a while, that we always say remember, but what if that remembering is just remembering of more of the same thing in the trap, in the conditioning?
I like knowing
so we
better.
Have to go,
thank you.
Yeah, if we go to a knowing that this is who I am, I can feel it in me. I can, and in connecting with others that are doing the same thing, then we have a whole nother way to start building something different.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So
I'm glad you like that. You're the first person I've told that to.
I like that.
Now a bunch of people
I really like it. Yeah, keep going with that, because oh gosh, you could write an article on that. Just of we're being told.
Oh no, I would just write a song about it.
Write a song about it. Yeah, forget the article. Don't do an article.
This is the one thing I want to add here before we go. Sure. A lot of people write books, they write articles, they speak. My shows are like my workshops, only you just come and enjoy them. I don't write articles, I write songs. And you can find any of my songs are, like say, they're stories unto themselves. Like you just said that. I haven't thought about writing a song about that. I'm going to do that for the Mystic Rebel show. Write a song about the remembrance.
That's amazing.
So
okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I aim to please. Okay, everybody.
Me
so
too.
You can connect. Oh, yes, you do. You can connect with Gina at GinaCitoli.com. And there are music downloads from a variety of Gina's works. Also, let's touch a little bit on your Mystic Rebel tarot readings. Tell us how people can connect with you with that.
That's on the same website.
Perfect.
You can also go to the Mystic Rebel tarot readings.com. I just got that, so it's a little iffy right now, but Gina Citoli, that homepage will take you every place else on the show. You can go to the readings there. You can go from the one video that's on the front of the Rabbit Holes show, or the What's Up on Planet Earth. That'll take you to that page. All the other ones, the Mystic Rebel show is in there. The show on Aradia, the Italian Witch, is on there. There's a few songs on each of those because I'm focusing on the album for What's Up on Planet Earth right now, but there's probably 10, 12, 13 songs if you go through everything that's on there right now that you can hear from different shows and everything. So yeah, and the readings are its own page.
Okay, so how are you going to be doing any live performances or anything like that?
I'm not sure how this is going to go. Right now, I'm offering this to communities, to groups. If you want me to come to your backyard and for your family and friends, or if you want to have a special show, just get your friends together in your home, or if you are a group organization, a retreat, these kinds of things these are ideal for those kinds of events. So that is one of the ways. You can also have what I call as a musical theater salon, and that is a half a day retreat. It's one of the shows plus group conversation, with the character and getting deeper into the meanings, and then I do a group reading for the people that come. So that's another alternative way of doing it. And that's what I'm doing at the moment, because with a new show like this and limited resources at the moment, because it's all going into album recording right now, to produce it live would be a feat.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I'm going this route with it to begin with. And I may have some private showings of it that I invite people to with it. I haven't decided.
In what locations? Are you doing it in person? Are you doing it virtual? All of the above?
No, it's all live. I never do any of my shows virtual.
Got it.
It says live only.
Okay,
and
so
that's I stuck to that.
Do you
Yeah.
do
So
you
right
live
now,
in Sedona? Where else do you hang your hat?
I'm actually just I'm in the Twin Cities area right now. I'm in Wisconsin. I'm going to be going back to Sedona sometime, but I don't know when. It'll depend on the market here. I'll see how it goes here while I'm finishing up the album. And then probably, October, November, I'll make a decision, because I do have some things down there that could be a potential with putting some dancers with behind the show, and a friend of mine that wants to do that and produce it and help me produce it. So I'm looking at that option there, and I may just take it to Sedona and leave it in Sedona and because it become a thing that you can do when you come visit there. Or I may do some retreats with like the musical theater salons type of thing, half-day retreats for visitors down there. I haven't really gotten that far. It's been such a process to put it together that it's like I have to stay focused on what I'm doing at the moment till we get to the next step.
It'll blossom where it's supposed to unfold. That's
exactly.
Right. And it in different dimensions and in different. I have a feeling that it's not limited.
It really isn't.
Blossom.
I think it will show me the way once we get to that place, that there's a lot of different ways it could be presented, just because it's just me and I did it that way. This is one of the reasons I like the idea of dancers, but that is a little more confining. Whereas with just me, my sound system, or a system that somebody's already got, it doesn't take much to do. And it's not something that costs people a lot of money to produce. So these were the things that I had in mind when I put it together this way, is it makes it very mobile. I mean, I've done my shows in people's living rooms, because it just makes it easier to be accessible to people. And I love doing it. I love being with an audience. Huh?
Oh, it gives it agility.
Yes. And that was my goal from when I first started doing the first show, was I want it easy and accessible.
I think you're hitting it. I'm excited to see how the next couple of months unfold. It's going to be magical.
I am too.
Okay, you guys. Well, Gina, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. And this was just very fun to do. I really enjoy it. I like working with you. You're fun.
Well, thank you. Well, you guys, Gina is awesome. Gina's going to be back in a couple of weeks. No, I love it. And you're going to be seeing Gina on the Being Curious show actually, we get to have front row seats to how everything's unfolding, because you're going to be a guest for the next couple of months. So this is going to be really fun.
Yeah, we can update it. We can is there a way to play any videos on here?
I'll figure it out for the next show. How about that?
There's got to put something fun together for the next show, and we can play with that.
Okay.
And people could come see some snippets of things. We'll make a special one for your audience and put something with some different pieces of the songs and make it real fun. And maybe the rabbit will show up in there too.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, stay tuned. More to come. Okay, again, connect with Gina at GinaCitoli ascendworldwide.com. Another little shout out and thank you for today's sponsor, Ascend Worldwide Travel. Check out Michelle. And if you want to go to Sedona, or you want to go to Hawaii, or if you just want to go to Wisconsin, give her a call. She can definitely help you out. Okay, Gina, till next time, we will see you soon.
You got it.
Something new is unfolding at the Edge. The latest issue of Edge magazine is here, filled with voices that awaken your heart, expand your mind, and remind you that you're part of something much bigger. Explore conscious living, holistic wellness, energy healing, spirituality, and the art of awakening, all in one inspiring space. Awaken, discover, connect, and be curious. Print editions are now on the streets, and you can also read it online at edgemagazine.net. Welcome to the Edge. We have been waiting for you. You are right where you are supposed to be. Welcome home.